Okay, Lex, so here's my little rundown in a format I thought might be the easiest. So the quadratic formula is for quadratic equations. What makes a quadratic equation is having the exponent of 2 on your x variable here. So when you have anything in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c, a, b, and c are the coefficients or the numbers on front of your variables. So in this case, with x squared minus 3x minus 5, and it has to be equal to 0. We set everything equal to 0. Your x squared, your coefficient, your a is 1. So we would say a equals 1. Let's see. And we would also have our b value equal to negative 3. And so then our c value is equal to negative 5. And so then we substitute those numbers into the formula x equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2 times a. So we have the plus or minus because quadratic equations form a parabola, which is a U-shaped graph. So to solve them, you're finding where the graph hits x equal to 0. So it's going to hit in either 2 places, 1 place, or 0 place, and that's what it tells us. So that's why we have the plus or minus. So then what we do is we substitute those values into the equation. So everywhere we see a b, we're going to put a negative 3. Everywhere we see an a, we're going to put a 1, so this is times 1. And everywhere we put a c, we're going to put times negative 5. And then fill in this a with a times 1. So all we've done is substitute here our values. So what you want to look at here is first we have minus minus. So anytime you have the minus minus, you actually end up with the positive. And that's where it comes the opposite of b. So then this becomes a positive 3. Negative 3 squared is just positive 9 because anytime you square a number, it becomes the positive. And so then here, we want to take 4 times 1 times negative 5. So when we replace this value, we end up with negative 20. And so again, and then this is just 2 because 2 times 1. So again, we have that minus minus. So then that minus minus is going to become plus 20. And so that's where you end up then with three plus or minus the square root of 29 over 2. So that's why there's 2 answers, because when you separate them, you have 3 plus the square root of 9 over 2, and then you have 3 minus the square root of 29 over 2. So both of those are the answers, and if you simplify those out, then they would you'd have actual decimal approximation. So there's that first one.